When I was 6, I wanted a lot of things. I guess one would be to be a ninja warrior. The other one might have been to be discovered by the NBA. So I would go up and down my driveway shooting hoops and making like 10 layups in a row and thinking I was pretty awesome. And the other, at the time, maybe when I was around, I don't know, 6 years old, might have been for my older sister's friend Rachel to like me. Um, I remember I used to wear those little night shirts, those really small little white night shirts that girls wear. And one day I had made them popcorn because whenever Rachel was over, forget about it. I would pull out all the stops. 6 years old, using the microwave, making some popcorn, bringing it downstairs when my sister's having her party with her friends. And I would go up to Rachel very intentionally, and I would hold out the popcorn while like sort of flexing, and kind of look funny while doing it. But I hoped that Rachel would somehow notice that I could be her warrior ninja, and I would protect her for the rest of my life. And that's sort of how I thought about it. I never really took any of this seriously. I didn't have like a model for, if you have a crush on a girl, it turns into something in real life. It was something that lived in my head and also on my 100-page wide-ruled med notebook. That's where it lived. That's where I thought it would always be, and I thought I would always be in Kenmore, and that small town would be as big as my life was ever going to get. So in my high school growing up, there were no openly gay people. Years later, I found that there were plenty of gay people. No one was openly gay. High school is sort of hard enough as it is. A lot of insecurities during that time, growth, hormones are raging. So yeah, people are probably a little bit more reluctant, or they were more reluctant in my high school at that time to share or be open with that. And so that was pretty isolating at times in terms of these feelings that I had, and I would look around at my high school and at the people in it and sort of just wonder, like, is anyone else out there like me? So it was pretty lonely at times in that respect. And then finally, it was my senior year, and I was looking for colleges, and I went into the career counseling services place. I pulled out this giant 3-pound book, and I went New York City, and I just applied. I think I applied to 7 schools in New York City, and then I went. That's when my life started changing. I stopped apologizing. I stopped being afraid of what people thought. And that's when I met my first love. It was the first time I ever really fell in love. Her name was Jen, and she saw me from across the room and came over, and that was it. My whole life, people had been telling me, like, oh, you're cold, or, something's wrong with you, because you don't love me as much as I love you, or you feel distant. And in an instant, I knew that they were wrong, and I knew I could love. Your parents might have an idea of who they want you to be or who they think you are, and it's difficult to revise that. And you gotta give them time. It doesn't mean that you have to sit there and take hits. If you have to pull away for a second to protect yourself, fine. But when they're ready, if you can, you got to try to forgive them and know that they're gonna probably be sad when you start telling them about parts of your life they may have missed because they weren't ready. But they're second chances, believe me. I feel like anything that ever happened with my parents just went away when my mother started to care about politics and sort of, be as upset as I am about politicians that will say silly things about gay people without thinking that they're hurting anyone. And yeah. I really hope that people keep talking, and that's kind of what I really want out of this and why I wanted to do this, because some of the videos that I've been watching have been actually like, whoa, yeah, I had that too. It was from a small town. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. It was really interesting to think that maybe someone would tell me I'm going to hell, and then for me to look at my life and say, you know what, they're wrong. I'm a good person. I have a good heart. I don't want to hurt anybody. I only want to help. I'm not going to hell. And it's true. Sometimes we do hear those kind of things. Sometimes it's even from someone we never expected to hear that from. But that's where we start needing each other and needing to reach out and hold on as tight as we can to the people around us, to take a good look and say, no, I am not going to let this person suffer. I am not going to sit by and watch this go on any longer. And that's where the It Gets Better project is so important, because people are talking and sharing and breaking the silence. And this is going to lead to people standing up and saying no more. We're going to fight together. I would say, you know what? All of these experiences, not having what you want, having it be really difficult, feeling really alone, make those moments that you have with someone that you love so much more important, and you'll fight for it. You will do whatever it takes. Once you get a taste of what it is that you want, where you feel your heart and your life's worth, you will fight for that. You fight for yourself, and you fight for your friends, and you fight for your life. And every single moment, I promise you, will be worth it when you start doing what it is that you deserve, which is everything that you could possibly want. So there's a lot of things I wouldn't have wanted to miss. I have these great friends that have become my family, and these beautiful people that have become the loves of my life, whether it be a furry friend or a person. I've been able to witness individuals falling in love in the city and being there when perhaps maybe they fall out of love, and that's been really important to me, and to all of us. We've done really silly things together, and that's what I find is important, is just maximizing those small moments, you know? There's been times when I was really sad, and sometimes the best things that I've done were the things that I really didn't want to do, that would require energy and getting off the couch or leaving the apartment. And that's when I found inspiration, and that's when I saw people that were out there really doing it, you know, living life and in the open and in love. And that's what starts to matter more. Work through some of the issues that happen when, you know, you're coming out and starting to live your life, and you know, you get older and you start to be able to be strong enough to give back, and that's sort of where I'm at now. I get to work with great students, staff, and faculty at the university I'm a part of, and we've been singing and dancing for about 9 months, literally, for an LGBT center at Pace University, and we've been quite successful. We were able to secure a space. And in that time, we've also been able to change minds and open hearts, and also open doors for other individuals to be able to stand up strong and come out and be out and celebrate with us. And I would never have given up.